Well, hello again. Welcome to another edition of CropLife Retail. We call with Eric Sfiligoj. How are you doing, sir?
Good, sir. I see we're both in the office today for different reasons. Obviously, you are still busy cleaning up, cleaning out, ready to depart your office, whereas I just am looking forward to seeing some stuff that's piled up here. Obviously being the holiday time, there are boxes and cards and lots of mailings that I have not gotten to. And I thank everyone out there among our viewers that were kind enough to send me Christmas cards. Thank you very much for the holiday greeting. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So yeah, and I've resisted the urge to dump a lot of crap from my office into your area. A couple of things that I think I passed on to you, but
yes, I know. I feel like Charlie Brown at Halloween because one of the things you gave me was a rock. I got a rock. So, yes,
yeah,
Charlie Browned me. Congratulations, Paul.
That's too long a story, but it was inspired by CropLife iron, and Al Strohmeyer got it from someone else that worked here who was in the mining industry, and so we were going to maybe use it in the logo, and we never did, and the rock never left. And then Al gave it to me for some reason, and it is iron because if you throw a magnet on it, it'll stick.
Yeah. Either that or it had a COVID vaccine, according to some people. So.
Anyway, feel free to. Oh my God! Please stop. Feel free to, use it as something you can put as a bulletin board or something like that. It's very cool. And
yeah,
then
no, I like it. So thank you.
The other thing I passed on to you was, of course, the wild turkey button, which is a great tradition.
Yes, I do have that as well. So you want to explain that to the viewers?
So
you explained it to me, and I still am not sure I'm following it, but I do have the wild turkey button.
So the former editor, Gordon Berg, back in the 70s, during the formation of EPA, was writing a lot of editorials about the excessive regulation coming down on pesticides, and was called out by, I think I don't know if it was the secretary at the time or someone at one of the meetings called him a wild turkey for his commentary. Literally called him out by name. So of course, Gordon being the editor, of course, I would have been so excited too to be called out. He basically just grabbed onto it and said, well, you know what? If I'm a wild turkey, then I want to be wild turkey, and let's publicize it. So he actually put out there anyone who would speak up on behalf of agriculture against some of the things that were going on, he would send them a wild turkey button. And that was the button that was sent to people who were willing to either send letters out or put something in the media out there about speaking up for the industry. So that was Gordon Berg. That's 6 or 7 editors ago, but he was quite an inspiration. He lived, I get to meet him and talk to him a number of times, and he was just a plug of energy, and really enjoyed gives a lot of feedback on the magazines in my early days about some of the things that we should be doing or were doing or weren't doing or whatever. Yeah, great guy. Anyway, so those are the only 2 things I think I really, that were meaningful that I bequeath to you. Everything else pretty much, it's going to face a sad fate, or they're precious enough that I've kept them. There are a handful of things. All the coffee mugs been saved.
Well, no, we got to keep the coffee. We'll have some of those, I think, on our video for the end of the year. So.
You betcha. So yeah, my cleanup is involved working on the conference. We've had a full team working on it, but I've since I was kind of in the initial creation of that thing, it's been a lot of fun to put together this last one with the team on the agenda. And it's great to have Teddy Bekele coming back from Land O'Lakes, delivering the second keynote address. I'm really excited about the Association of Equipment Manufacturers helping us with a panel. It's going to feature Deere and Case and Kubota, talking about equipment trends and technology. There's a lot of great things that we put together on this on the agenda for the Vision Conference. Really encourage everybody to take a look at it. It's 2 days in Phoenix, which there are worse places in the world to go than Phoenix in January. but it's coming up right after the first of the year. So if you make a decision, you should make it soon, maybe even now. We have a rate deadline that ends at the end of this week. Yeah, we have to sign up and we hope to see you there. It's going to be a really terrific meeting.
Very good. I'm sure we'll put something on the screen so folks can find the website for themselves. But yeah, I know I saw the agenda and I thought it looks very, very interesting as well. So yeah, I'm sure the folks that go will get a lot of good information out of that meeting.
You bet. Okay, so I know you got a handful of things to share, including the
Yeah, handful. Yeah, handful, Paul. Again, what would a video that you and I do together be without some news about a retailer acquisition of one buying another? And yes, we have some more news on that front. Our friends at Star of the West Milling Company, which is a CropLife 100 dealer that's been around for about 100 and they've been around for over 100 years. I know that. 151. There we go. Thank you.
Whoa.
It was at the bottom. Yeah, 151 years they've been around. They are acquiring a company called Citizens LLC, which is also based in Michigan. And they handle grain, agronomy supply, and global export. So, and they were founded in 1987. Now, Jim Howe, the president and CEO of Star of the West Milling, said, "This acquisition brings together two successful companies that share strong Michigan roots, global business relationships, and a track record of success serving farmers, customers, and employees. With this much in common between our two companies, the acquisition aims to leverage shared areas of expertise to deliver strong results and continue growing Michigan agriculture." So again, Star of the West Milling getting a little bit bigger by purchasing Citizens LLC. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely. You know, they were featured, and it's one of those things you remember because you're just like when you first start somewhere, everything is fresh. It's like gets them printed, but I think they were featured on the cover in 1997, believe it or not. A long time ago, but they were doing some really interesting things, professionalism kind of things that we highlighted in that issue. But yeah, congratulations to them. What a great legacy. 151 years. That's amazing.
Yeah, really, I know that, yeah, like I said, when they fill in the top 100 form, I think maybe the McGregor company is the only one I know of that when we ask for what year the company was founded, has an 18 year listed as opposed to something in 19. So
it's amazing. Congratulations to everybody.
Yep. So, and then some other good news. As you know, Paul, we've seen a lot of court cases involving Bayer and Roundup, and the use of that product supposedly causing cancer in certain folks around the country who then sued the company for negligence. Originally, the first three of those cases that went to court, the juries ruled against Bayer. But in the last two, they've actually been successful in winning the court cases. Back in October, a jury in California ruled that their product did not cause cancer in the plaintiff in that case. And we found out again here on December 10th that a San Bernardino County jury in California ruled that based on the evidence presented in their court case, a woman who said her non-Hodgkin's lymphoma was caused by using Roundup, that was not the case. So again, Bayer has now won the last two court cases. So, and I know they actually have put an appeal before the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, regarding that first case. And I read this past week that the justices have now asked for the U.S. government to share data with the court regarding glyphosate. So, Bayer viewed that as a positive sign that yes, indeed, maybe the case will be heard and they'll get some type of decision from the high court in the land. So we will see.
Wow. Well, that would be remarkable to get support from the Supreme Court on on science, on the EPA making decisions and having them stick as opposed to just going to court and a lot of stuff that's based on emotion and necessarily on sound science. So good for them. I hope they keep up the fight. Wish it hadn't gotten to the point where, we have decisions made, and then, having to have them be reversed. It'd be great if they were made right the first time, but certainly is a nice victory for the industry.
Yep. So yeah, we'll take them. So Paul, now, of course, time for your favorite segment of our video. Fun with numbers. You only have to put up with this for 2 more videos, Paul.
It's more like fun with failure for me. Okay. I'm game.
Well,
Let's try.
All right. I'm hoping you'll have a little more fun.
No, you're not. You're absolutely not hoping.
I'm praying for you, my friend. So the number this week is 40 million. And the clue is that would be soybean acreage. So what do you think that represents?
Soybean acreage? Soybean acreage. 40 million is a weird number. Obviously, it's not increasing that much, decreasing that much. I don't know.
Well, actually, Paul, you were kind of in the ballpark, but we still got to buzz you. But what the 40 million represents is, according to an economist who was speaking at the American Seed Trade Association annual meeting, which took place in Chicago about a week and a half ago, 40 million acres is what U.S. soybean acreage needs to increase by over the next couple of years to keep up with global demand. Now, again, this is what the economist was saying, but basically anybody who heard the speech and has written about it online since said that realistically 2 to 3 million acres is probably about all you could expect to see increases in soybean acreage going forward between now and 2024. That 40 million just seems unrealistic given the amount of cropland there is to utilize in the United States. But according to one, that's what we need to increase by to keep up with global demand for soybean across the world. So,
yeah, that's why the number seems so completely far-fetched. So yeah, it doesn't seem possible at all. So I don't know.
Yeah, unless I guess they stop planting like wheat completely and give us our daily soybean instead of bread. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, good luck.
Again, it was a fun with numbers. Is this one? I'm sure a lot of people are having fun.
All right. So anything else, sir?
No, that covers it for this week. And then next week, just to hint everybody, we will have a special video celebrating Christmas, since that video will come down actually on Christmas Day. So you can enjoy that. And then the following week will be the final video from myself and Paul, and we'll do some special stuff remembering our time together on CropLife Retail Week.
And maybe back where it all began. in Meister Studio M.
Maybe, just maybe. Fingers crossed. Omicron willing.
Yeah, we're going to risk life, limb, and lung to do this one. So.
Okay. Yeah. So anyhow, yes. So enjoy this week, and then we will see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining us for this edition of CropLife Retail Week, and we'll see you next week.
If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comment section below.
Your feedback is important to us. We'll try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.